Good morning. It is Friday morning, and we start you off with a live look from our tower camera right here above Channel 9 in downtown Baton Rouge. You can see the sun is out, but so are the clouds, and that is because we are expecting a little bit of rain today. Dr. Steve Caparata sent us an update this morning. If you watched 9 News this morning on this Friday, Steve just wants to let you know that we are in store for some rain today and tomorrow, likely this afternoon. And remember, it may happen, it may move across certain parts of our viewing area. So if you're watching, maybe let's say from Macomb, Mississippi, you may not get rain. Some folks here in Baton Rouge may not. So just keep an eye out and make sure you have our WAFB weather app, because that is going to be what tells you when the rain is coming and where it is coming through. We actually have that live radar, which you can see and track for yourself all day and all weekend, which is really important because we are headed into Memorial Day weekend. If you're curious to see what the weather is going to be like come Monday, come Sunday, Steve's got that good news for you. He says Sunday is going to be absolutely beautiful. So his advice, spend the day outside. It's going to start out in the 60s and then end up in the 80s, but as I mentioned, we are expecting that rain today and tomorrow. We've got a higher chance of rain as we move on into the afternoon. But if you look at the 3-day, you can see Sunday, mostly sunny. That is what we want to see, that 0% chance of rain. And if we go into the 10-day, we get a little bit of a break Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then more rain chances we're going to get later on in the week. So again, just make sure you have our WAFB weather app, because our team is watching all of this and really watching everything you need to know as we head into the Memorial Day weekend. Speaking of, after this year of craziness, after this year of pausing on travel, well, AAA says this is expected to be one of the busiest travel weekends yet. In fact, they're predicting about 34 million Americans to be traveling either by flying or out on the roads. And they say gas prices are high this year. So around this time, it was a little bit cheaper. But in Louisiana, you're going to average about $2.70 for a tank of gas, or a gallon of gas, rather. And then statewide, $2.70, and then I think that's what we're averaging in and around Baton Rouge. Some of the lowest prices we're seeing in Baton Rouge is about $2.30, but it just ranges depending on which gas station you go to, which part of town you go to. And at WAFB Traffic, if you go to that section, we actually have a handy-dandy list. If you scroll down here, you can actually look at the commute, which on Fridays is really important because the city tends to gridlock. But Johnny was keeping an eye on that this morning, and he was, oh, I guess it's not there. Usually we do have the gas prices on there, but we're revamping our website, and you can see it's actually gotten a different look because we have upgraded to a new and improved homepage, total traffic, total weather, news, headlines. This kind of goes along with that update to our 9 News app that we were talking about. So if you're still having problems with any of these things, make sure you delete that app, re-download it, because it's constantly getting updated as we're getting reports of things that are not working. So 9 News app, WAFB.com, the First Alert Weather app are going to be some of the best resources you can have this weekend ahead of Memorial Day travel. Another big top story we're keeping an eye on. The 9 News investigators did this story. Scotty did this story, I believe, on Wednesday and Thursday. So he was able to talk with the Baton Rouge Police Department. This story, body camera video showing officers strip searching a 16-year-old and his older brother. This was after a traffic stop on New Year's Day last year. Officers were reportedly looking for drugs, and then they were able to go in and search their home without a search warrant. So this is raising a lot of questions, a lot of concerns. So we were expecting Chief Murphy Paul to speak on this. They had announced that they were going to hold a press conference around 4:30 yesterday afternoon, but then shortly rescheduled that, canceled yesterday's and moved it to today. So we are expecting to hear from Chief Murphy Paul at some point today about that incident that happened there involving Baton Rouge police officers, involving a teenager. Again, this incident happened on New Year's Day last year, but Mayor Sharon Weston Broome called for the chief to make an announcement to call for comments on this situation earlier this week. So again, when we find out when that's going to happen, we're going to let you know. You can watch that news conference on WAFB.com and on WAFB Plus, which is what you're watching us on right now. So look forward to that update from the 9 News investigators. Let's see what else is going on in our part of the world. Oh, this morning, Callie, this is really important. She was live over at Ochsner because this May is actually Skin Cancer Awareness Month. So as we head into a weekend where we are expecting probably to spend some time outside, it's important to start having this conversation, maybe start going to buy sunscreen. She broke down some of the differences that you need to be aware of when it comes to buying sunscreen, what to look out for, the ingredients list, what brands maybe, and she talked with a wide range of medical experts over there, including a doctor who works with removing skin cancer from cancer patients right here in Baton Rouge. It's at their facility off of O'Neill there, and what's interesting is there's so many components when it comes to skin cancer, right? There's a lot of things that you may not be able to see with your own eyes. So if you have a dermatologist, they say that would be the first person you start with if maybe you've noticed some abnormal growth or if you've maybe noticed some sunspots that just aren't going away. But that's something to really keep an eye on earlier. Detection is key with any cancer, right? So she was talking about that, talking about some prevention measures. As we head into the summer months, certainly something to keep an eye on there is taking care of your skin, the largest organ on your body. Let's see, we were also talking about the weekend, Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be busy. It's going to be a big travel weekend. Oh, and you can actually watch her interviews there if you'd like to. Something else we're looking forward to is Louisiana weekend. Kylie is going to be back here at 3 p.m. today because she's got a whole lineup of things for you to do in and around our region. She and our team work really hard to compile this section of our WAFB brand. So she checks out a really hard job. Some of the new and exciting restaurants that open around town. She covers things to do, food and drinks, outdoors, so a number of different things. And remember, the Louisiana weekend sponsors some of the fun contests that we do here, like the best of the best. We just had Battle of the Best Crawfish, we had Battle of the Best King Cake, all throughout the year, Battle of the Best Barbecue. If you want to recap some of those and find out where to eat, this is a great place to start that search. So come back here, WAFB Plus at 3 o'clock, and Kylie is going to be live talking about all the things you can do in and around the Baton Rouge area. In the meantime, I'm going to leave you with this. A shot over Baton Rouge from our tower camera again. Just be mindful again that you're going to have some rain moving in this afternoon. So make sure you download the WAP weather app. That's going to let you know exactly when that's moving into your neighborhood, exactly where you are. Maybe if you're headed to the beaches this weekend in Florida, you can actually set your location to, let's say, for example, Pensacola or Gulf Shores. You can set it to wherever you want. That's the great thing about our app, is that it's free and you can customize it to wherever you are. So I hope you have a safe weekend, and come Monday on Memorial Day, we'll be back with Matt Williams. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend.